Hello NFL fans, welcome to NFL Picks with Dave. Before we begin today, I want to apologize if I sound nasally and not well. I've been dealing with allergies due to all the smoke here on the West Coast. Today we're going to predict how NFL Week 1 will turn out. This week's predictions are going to be a little challenging because this year's preseason was canceled and usually Week 1 is unpredictable. On Twitter, I predicted that the Chiefs will beat the Texans 31-20. The final score was 34-20. I was pretty close to the score, just off by a little bit. The Chiefs played lights out while the Texans struggled throughout the game. If they keep playing like this, it may be a long season for them. Okay, moving on. Our first Sunday game takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, where the Seattle Seahawks take on the Atlanta Falcons. This prediction's a little challenging. Since the Seahawks usually start slow, I'm going to pick the Falcons 30-27 in a tight game. The next game is the Packers versus the Vikings. The Packers last season won the division and went all the way to the NFC Championship. The Vikings last season were the 6th seed in the NFC and survived the playoffs until the divisional round. Since this game is in Minneapolis, I'm picking the Vikings with a score of 31-24. The next game takes us to Orchard Park, where the Bills take on the New York Jets. Last season, the Bills went 10-6 and went to the playoffs as a wildcard spot, only to lose to the Texans in the first round. The Jets last year missed the playoffs despite finishing strong in the regular season. I'm picking the Bills with a score of 17-14 because they're the stronger team and are a candidate to win their division. My next picks are Philly over Washington, 24-14, the Patriots over the Dolphins, 21-20, the Raiders over the Panthers, 27-17, the Colts over the Jags, 30-21, the Bears over the Lions, 14-10, and the Ravens over the Browns, 35-7, which is the lock of the week, by the way. Let's now go to the later games. Our first late game takes us to Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Bengals take on the Chargers. Neither team did very well last year, missing the playoffs and had embarrassing records. I'm picking the Chargers 28-10 because they had a better record last season. Our next game takes us to Santa Clara, California, where the 49ers clashed with the Cardinals in a heated divisional rivalry matchup. The Cardinals failed to make the playoffs last year, but they made some noise with Kyler Murray, the rookie quarterback at the time. The 49ers, meanwhile, won the NFC West and went all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm picking the 49ers 35-20 because they have a scary defense and are overall a better team than Arizona. Our final late afternoon matchup takes us to the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, where the Saints host the Bucs. The Bucs missed the playoffs once again last season. However, they acquired longtime QB Tom Brady to be their new quarterback. The Saints, meanwhile, won their division and lost a heartbreaker in the wildcard round to the Vikings. I'm picking the Saints 24-21 because they're dangerous at home and now have a better built team. Now let's move on to the primetime games. Our first primetime matchup takes us to the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California, where the Rams host the Cowboys. Neither team made it to the playoffs last season and had to watch from home. The Rams during the offseason opened their new stadium, which looks amazing. This pick is challenging. I'm picking the Cowboys in a shootout with a score of 37-34. Let's now go to East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the Giants host the Steelers. Neither one of them made it to the playoffs last season. The Giants had a losing record, while the Steelers had a disappointing record. This pick is pretty easy. I'm picking the Steelers in a runaway game with a score of 27-6. And now, the last pick of the week. It's the Titans taking on the Broncos, live from Denver, Colorado. The Titans had a remarkable season last year, especially during the postseason. They went all the way to the AFC Championship game, where the magical ride ended. The Broncos, meanwhile, missed the playoffs for the 4th consecutive season. Because of this, I'm picking the Titans 28-17. That does it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to get the latest videos and posts I do. And also, be sure to follow me on Twitter at DavidNader2 and to like this channel's Facebook page. Thanks again for watching, and remember to wear a mask, practice social distancing, and to stay home when you're sick. Thanks for staying safe, and hope to see you again soon.